Hey guys, so welcome back. Let me get to where I'm supposed to go. And it's been a while. Not really, actually, it was just yesterday. But anyway, so oh gosh, you're not supposed to see that. Oh gosh, where is it? Here it is. Okay. So I wanted to bring you a little thing that I was doing some research on. So because I forgot that there was actually a type of agent deck, because you may have remember like a month ago, I guess. I don't know how long it's been. Okay, it wasn't quite a month. But I did Doppel Agents. And actually it might be a month at this time. Who cares? Anyway, so I did Doppel Agents, right? And it wasn't the best build in my opinion. Pure Agents might have a little more potential, but the thing is you rely so much on Sanctuary in the Sky that, I mean, it's just easy to take down a Sanctuary in the Sky. You just Lila or MST or obviously Heavy Storm. But, or just play another field spell. I mean, shit, like Dragoonides, man, I'll just run right over your Sanctuary in the Sky. A BAM! In my Psychic deck. Oh, BAM! Anyway, so, yeah, so I wanted to investigate in this one type of agent deck called Slifer Agents. So you may have heard of it, you may have not. There was a guy that topped in one of the regionals after the March ban list using Slifer. I think he just had one copy of Slifer the Sky Dragon, I'm not exactly sure. That's all I run. And then the whole reason why this deck really even works is because of this baby right here. Tethys, I guess, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, Goddess of Light, and her amazing ability. While this card is face up on the field, when you draw a fairy type monster, you can reveal one of those monsters to draw one more card. And the thing is, it doesn't stop. It's not just in the draw phase, it's at any time. So you activate Upstart Goblin, activate Card Destruction, activate Trade In. I mean, it's like infinite, and I'll actually show you one duel where it's just so freaking crazy. I don't even really run these guys down here. They're just like backups, I suppose. But, I mean, the main way that you're going to kill your opponent is probably going to be with either Christia, Hyperion, I guess maybe Tethys, or Slifer. I mean, obviously the objective is Slifer, but it doesn't always work out, and Hyperion makes for a pretty consistent way to kill your opponent. So let me go through the deck a little bit. Just explaining it. I'm not going to explain the extra deck because I've never once summoned anything from the extra deck. But as you can see, it's just there as a just-in-case type thing, okay? So anyway, so you've got 3 Mystic Shine Balls because you have 3 Venuses. Why do you have 3 Venuses? Because you've got 3 Hyperions. Also, you've got 2 Earths because she's at 2. You see this little number here? That means that you need to run that many. Okay. Also, same thing with Christia. There's 2. Okay, well, that means I'm going to run 2 of her. Also, because Hyperion and Christia are both targets for trade-in. I'll get into trade-in in a little bit. But 3 Shine Balls because of the 3 Venuses. 1 Slifer because it's actually pretty easy once you learn how to use this deck to make sure that you always get Slifer to your hand. 2 Christias. Why? Because she's a trade-in target. She's a good fairy that you can use Valhalla Howl of the Fallen to summon her. Rarely are you ever going to use her own effect, like to be able to special summon her. Like, you don't use her effect, but you meet the conditions for her listed card text to summon her. Rarely does that ever happen, so it's usually Valhalla Hall of the Fallen. That's how I'll bring her out. But she's pretty good. She's 2800 beater. She keeps your opponent from being able to special summon shit, which is pretty good. But the only problem is you need to get a Hyperion on the field first, so that way you can start blowing up their back row or something. So that way you can actually start doing some damage. 3 Hyperions. Why? Because you're running agents. That's, I mean, you need to run 3 Hyperions. I've never known an agent deck that didn't run 3 Hyperions that the guy wasn't on crack cocaine when he was making it. So you need to run 3 Hyperions. It's really good because he's pretty easy to summon. First of all, he can also be special summoned through Valhalla Hall of the Fallen, which I've done actually. But he's pretty easy to summon. You just have to banish an agent deck from your hand deck or from your hand field to grave, and then you can keep using his effect over and over again. Because you'll notice that you'll put quite a bit of fairies in the grave, and you'll do it very fast too. Because the whole point is to like either put it back in your deck and redraw, or to put it in your graveyard and get new cards. So you'll notice that you are able to get fairies into the grave pretty quickly. There was only one duel that I think that I wasn't able to. But regardless, his effect is extremely good. However, he can only use it once per turn. That's the reason why your objective is to get all 3 of them on the field at once. To, you know, they're essentially like the linemen for the quarterback, where the quarterback is Slifer, and these guys are clearing the way. Okay, actually, I should take that back. Slifer is the fucking running back. And these 3 guys are the big-ass linebackers that the Dallas Cowboys paid $500,000 a piece for each year. So anyway, yeah, I don't know why I chose the Cowboys. I guess because I'm sort of from Dallas. I don't live there anymore, and the Cowboys suck now, in my opinion. But anyway, so yeah, the Goddess of Light, pretty much, her effect, I already explained it to her. She's pretty good. She's 5 stars. So, I mean, you could put a rank 5 in here if you wanted, because I have had the opportunity to summon 2 of her before. But the main way that you get this girl out is normally through a normal summon. But if possible, you want her to already be on the field and not have used your normal summon when you get Slifer to your hand, because then you want to normal summon Slifer. So normally what happens is I'll either Valhalla Hall of the Fallen her, or like this turn, and then summon Slifer for my normal summon. Because what I'll do is I'll clear the way with the Hyperions and sacrifice the Hyperions and maybe a Goddess of the Light, depending on how many I need to sacrifice. Or I will summon her, normal summon her this turn, wait till next turn, draw phase, her effect kicks off, and eventually I draw into Slifer, that type of thing. I've got 2 Jupiters because I need more agents than just Earth and Venus. Increased consistency, plus he's an 1800 beater. He's not bad, I suppose. But I don't ever use his effect. But you can, just in case, if you like need to get over something annoying, I suppose. 2 Jupiters for that reason. Plus he's a fairy that you can draw, and then Goddess of the Light's effect will be like, oh, well that's a fairy, let's draw again. So I've got Hecatrice. I have no idea how to pronounce this dagger-looking of a card's name. Regardless, she or it is in here because, first of all, it's a fairy, which is good, and it increases your chance of drawing in Valhalla Hall of the Fallen. You only want 2 Valhalla Hall of the Fallens, whereas you want 3 of these guys, because it's a fairy. It's sort of like Assault Beast and Assault Mode Activate. You probably only want 2 Assault Mode Activates and 3 Assault Beasts, because Assault Beast is a 1900 beater. It'd be good to have it in your deck. Plus, you can still discard it to activate its effect, just like this card. You can discard it to get Valhalla, if you need it. Otherwise, it just counts as a fairy toward Goddess of the Light's effect. Honest, because honestly, like, you will be amazed at how viable this card is. You can boost any of your fairy's attacks. You can save Tethius 1 turn when it gets, like, tried to attack by, I don't know, Blackluster? Most people tend to use his removing ability, remove from play ability, but I'm just saying the possibility's there. 3 Venuses, I already told you. The main purpose is to, like, you could possibly go into some... Oh, actually, I do. I take that back. I'm a fucking liar. I do summon Gachis, I think twice, or maybe 3 times. I think just twice. But, yeah, sometimes I do actually form Gachi. Did I guess to Phoenix? Not really, but he's the other rank 2 that people like to go into a lot. So, Venus, yes. She's good. She's good to have out on the field, and you can start making... Also, you can maybe summon, if you special summon Venus and you've got Slifer in your hand, you can special summon 2 Shine Balls, sack all 3 of them, and bam, Slifer. There you go. Let's hit them. Venus, well, she's a tuner, so that's why I have Synchros. Beyond that, her only ability really is... Now, she adds an agent from your deck to your hand, so it's not like you draw it, so you can't activate Goddess of the Light's effect. Heavy Storm, because that's the only one of the... Oh, actually, I take that back. Dark Hole is the only one of the Trinity that you don't really need. Monster Reborn is good just in case if you card destruct. Slifer to the grave, you can bring him back. And it's really... If Slifer hits the field, it's going to be a 1-turn type deal. Like, they're going to see Slifer, and 3 seconds later, they're going to be like, what the fuck just happened? I just lost. Type of deal. So, it's just going to be a 1-turn type of thing. Slifer doesn't need to stay on the field. Heavy Storm, it's always good to... When your opponent's sitting on like 3 Mirror Forces and like how the fuck do you have 3 Mirror Forces? You're only supposed to have 2. Well, Konami wasn't looking, so it's always good to be able to clear out those 3 Mirror Forces. So, yeah, Heavy Storm. I mean, it's just so good. Trade-in, I only run 1 trade-in because you don't really want to discard Hyperion. If you draw into a trade-in, your chances of actually drawing a level 8 monster, these 5 are the only targets, is going to be slim pickings for a simultaneous occurrence of drawing trade-in. it's going to be very slim that you get that. Even if you added 2, I suppose, but you don't want to, because I really don't want to discard Hyperion unless absolutely necessary. I really am only going to try to discard Christia if I can help it. But there are times that I have to discard Hyperion in order to draw new cards, because I'm out of options. 2 ARP starts because it only allows you to gain, or it only allows you to draw 1 card, whereas the rest of these allow you to do more, obviously. Plus, your opponent gets a free 1,000 life points. Actually, I'm trying to kill my opponent in this deck. A lot of my decks that I run Upstart in are like Herakti, or actually the only decks that I run it in is Herakti and Exodia, where life points don't mean shit. So, yeah. Card Destruction, because it's a wonderful card. That's why it's at 1. You filter your hand, filter your deck, draw shit that you want when you've got shit that you can't do anything with. And pretty much, yeah, it helps increase the chances of drawing something that you know is somewhere in the deck. Monster Reborn, I already talked about it. This card is so good. Why do people keep thinking that Black Luster is going to be banned? I don't think Black Luster will be banned this ban list. Honestly, I don't think Black Luster will ever be banned because he came off of the ban list. Have you seen any card that came off of the ban list that went back on the ban list? I haven't. Please, if you've seen a card that came off the ban list and then went back on it, please put it in my comments, because that'll disprove my theory. My theory is that once a card comes off the ban list, it'll never go back on it. Because so far, Monster Reborn, which is probably the most viable target until BLS came off, never went back on. And people have been wanting Monster Reborn to go back. It's okay to have a game changer. That's the reason why decks are fun. Because it's like, that's the whole reason why people have hope, because they know that there's a card somewhere lurking in their deck that could be a game changer. Otherwise, decks that are completely dominating the field, there would be no interesting matchup, because once dominating, always dominating. Whereas Monster Reborn and BLS, you can change the tide of the game, just like that. And that's okay with me. I mean, sure, it pisses me off when it happens to me, but I'm not going to bitch about it. I never have. 3 Magical Mallets, because it's just like a reload, pretty much. Except if you have a Hyperion or a Slifer in your hand, then you get to keep it. But either way, if you've got like a lot of cards in your hand, like at least 4 and up, I would say that you've got a good chance of, if you send it back to your deck, of drawing at least 1 fairy. And then if you drew like a whole bunch of spells and then just 1 fairy, chances are your next draw is going to be a fairy. Because the whole idea of this is activate your spell cards, then the spell goes to the grave. Now you have a better chance of drawing fairies, because I have 5 cards in my hand. I activate reload, I put back 4, I draw 4. Well, I just got rid of one of my spells. It's a good chance that one of those 4 are going to be a fairy, and then it's a better chance that the next one's also going to be a fairy after that. Same thing with hand destruction. It's better than Dark World Dealings because you get a chance to draw more cards at once, so it's really good. And you know, it's all about card space, really. And also Valhalla Hall of Fallen, I already talked about them, because it's really good. If you have no cards, special summon a fairy, or if you have no monsters, special summon a fairy. Go ahead, you know, Hyperion, or Christia, Tethius, I mean, shit be banging, yo! Anyway, so that's pretty much the deck. How much potential do I think this deck has? I don't know, honestly. I've probably won about 50% of my duels. I'll be honest, I haven't won every single duel with it. This isn't one of those decks that I can claim a godlike consistency to, I suppose, even though there's actually a god right there. Anyway, so I wouldn't run this in a tournament, even though there was a guy who did. Ah, man, that must have been amazingly lucky what he was running. I don't know how he pulled it off. But he wasn't running against elemental dragons or banging ass prophecies like we are right now. Although I guess he was running against prophecies, but he wasn't running against elemental dragons. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for the deck list. I think I went through every single card. I mean, who cares about the extra deck? You can put it whatever you want in the extra deck. Okay, so let's actually get on to the duels. I have at minimum 4 duels. Damn it! I didn't want to go to duel. I want to go to replay. Alright, Chuck Norris, show me the light. Okay, that's more Constellars. By the way, Constellars are quite good. Oh my gosh, I think I've lost 1 duel with my Constellar deck. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I take that back. I only have 3 duels. That sucks. Oh well. Well, here was my first duel. Well, actually, one of the duels was against Jarvis. And who cares? I mean, I beat Jarvis. I beat a fucking AI. It was just to show you how to use the deck. So this was actually me. Whoops, swap. This was me actually using it against people that do stuff. Not everyone that I run into is a pro duelist. So if they are really crappy at dueling, that's because they're not a pro duelist, I suppose. I'm not a pro duelist. I make mistakes. I've said that before. So it's possible that they made mistakes as well. So anyway, let's go through it. How about that? So clearly he's running, what, spellcasters? However, I am shocked and awed that this motherfucker has no extra deck. Okay, if I could change one thing about his deck, put in a couple frequency tuners. Frequency magicians. Like, that would be really good. That way you could start making some synchros like Tempest Magician or something like that. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, so he places a Magician's Circle. It's actually really funny how this works out, because Magician's Circle has to have an attack declared before it gets to go off. So anyway, yeah, so here we go. First things first, Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen. So I don't know why, but what did I end up doing? Oh, right. Okay, well, how about I stop about it and actually do it? So I summoned that, right, and he immediately Valors it before I even try activating its effect. Now I try activating this one's effect, because this one got special summon, this one got normal summon, so I'm like, sucker. Oh, he does have effect Valor. Don't know how that one got past my eyes. So that is a tuner, but whoever uses effect Valor for tuning, like, I guess Prophecies, but that's about it. Detach. Now, I banished that one, yes. Banish to destroy the... I didn't know what it was. It could have been a Mirror Force. I was like, get the fuck out of here, Skilled Dark Magician. I haven't seen you since... Well, hell, I was running you, and that was years ago. So, yeah. So I knock him down quite far. What, 26? Yeah. Okay, so, I didn't want to activate Upstart yet, because, first of all, I don't want to give him 1,000 extra life points if I don't have to. And also... This guy was running Magical Citadel, I think, right? God, let's hope so. Yeah. Anyway, you should probably run Terraforming if you're going to be using that. He only runs 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I'd run Terraforming also. But anyway, so I don't want to give him a free 1,000 life points if I don't have to. And really, Upstart, I try to hold off until I get a Tethius. But, you know, I don't. So I actually kill this guy next turn, because he attacks my Daigusta Phoenix, because he's like, well, that bitch is a little annoying. This guy should have... He runs too many slow monsters. He needs special summoning and shit. But obviously I kill him next turn, because I just banish and go bye-bye and attack with Hyperion, and that's game pretty much. So sometimes you'll get lucky and face a guy who is not running that great of a deck, who probably knows... He knows very little about the best way to run his own deck, I suppose, which is kind of funny. But, yeah, that's why you should always do research. And my friends sometimes laugh and like, you do research about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, it's absolutely necessary if you want your deck to be up, you know, a good candidate to fight against those top tiers. So otherwise, you're screwed. This guy, Swords of Concealing Light. I have never been more pissed off in my life when this motherfucker played Swords of Concealing Light. It was actually more annoying than if he had played Swords of Revealing Light, to be honest. But anyway. Oh, Marshmallow! I wonder what this type of deck is. Actually, let's find out. It looks like it might be an empty jar. Yeah, it's an empty jar. Excusez-moi. And how the hell do you plan on pulling that off? Queen de Jin? What dragon monsters do you have in this deck? I see... That's Insect. I see 0 dragon monsters, so I don't know. Maybe he has some other plan with that. Anyway, so first things first, go into a Gachi. I attacked with Venus because, you know, I'm a little kid. I didn't know better, man. I walked in the street when I shouldn't have, and got fucking run over by a Mirror Force. God damn it. Anyway, so as you can see, I've got Tethius and then Upstart Goblin, and I've got 2 Hyperions already. I mean, we're looking at good shit. So yeah. Yeah, he plays his Diver. because I think Diver, yeah, he's going for his Morphin Jar. Although I think he ends up using Morphin Jar number 2, so whatever. Whatevs, mate. He placed a Sword of Revealing Light face down? But why? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so I didn't get what I wanted, so instead I discard the, and then I get Activator Effect. Oh, Activator Effect again. Ah, fuck. Then I discard. Wait, what did I put? Monster Reborn. Okay. Yeah, that way I can get that Hyperion back. Fuck! So I have to activate another one, unfortunately. But that's fine. Oh, now I don't understand what the fuck. I drew a fairy and her effect didn't go off. I think I might have accidentally hit no instead. Because otherwise her effect, of course, would have had to have gone off. But anyway, I'm not exactly sure. So anyway, so now I reborn Hyperion and activate his effect. Pop in the back row and just attacking for all that it's worth. Unfortunately, next turn he plays Sword of Concealing Light, I think? Yeah, Morphin Jar number 2, you son of a douchebag. Because he already had Morphin Jar number 1 in his fucking hand. Of course, they don't call it Morphin Jar number 1 because they didn't think they were going to make a Morphin Jar number 2. It's sort of like the books that are first edition. They don't say first edition because they didn't know that they were going to make a second edition. But anyway, so I put that. Why did I do that? I honestly don't know. Tethys is face down. Her effect can't activate. But anyway, so I attack, and to my surprise, or to my dismay, rather, fucking pink marshmallow was sitting underneath that. And then I just pretty much end my turn right here. Because I can't do anything. I mean, fucking Swords of Concealing Light go a fucking way. Piece of shit. But then, of course, all that shit returns back and he does some shit that I don't even remember what he does. I don't even remember what Morphin Jar number 2 does. But it's not bad, obviously. It's pretty good, I guess, in a deck like that. Because the objective is to piss off your opponent, right? Yeah. So anyway, eventually I get my Hyperions out, and then I piss him off. Because he's like, oh, that's not fair. But it's plenty fair, son. It's plenty fair. Yep, I lose the top 5 cards of my deck. Who the fuck cares? Because... what is my face now? 16? That's a Venus. Obviously. Obviously, mate. Okay, so let's see. I get to draw another card. Oh, I get to draw another card. Oh, okay, well that's fine. So I can summon Hyperion now. Start breaking up that shit that's down below. Wait, what the hell is that? When this card just send the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Wow, when the fuck did they make that card? I don't know. But anyway, go ahead and attack. Ah, fuck. Well, you know who I'm fucking targeting next turn. Shit, get that shit out of here. Apparently he couldn't activate Giant Rat's effects. Either that or he didn't want to because Venus would have just destroyed it, I suppose. And then the retard, I can't believe he fucking did this. He activated the Shallow Grave. What fucking card do you think I'm going to choose, dude? Another Hyperion. Man, you're not very intelligent, but oh well. Ooh, Morphine Jar. Oh no. Draw 5 cards. Creature swap. Oh my gosh. No, please. No, not that. No one's ever been able to summon that before. Oh my gosh. Anyway. So I just bust the Marshmallow and back row. Or, I don't bust his back row? Oh, I do bust his back row. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I power him up, and also, so I do actually use his effect, that's cool. And I use Honest, because I want to try to inflict as much damage as possible. Because obviously I'm going to destroy Marshmallow next, and even if he sets another Marshmallow, both of them are going to get busted the fuck up. Okay, and he didn't. But both monsters are going to be destroyed, and once I destroy Morphin Jar number 2, he realizes, obviously, Marshmallow's going away, and he quits out, so... Oh, okay, he quit. I destroyed Marshmallow first. I didn't know that. But anyway, obviously the face down's going away, so, I mean, there'd be no point in him continuing, and he didn't. So, there you go. So, that was 2 of the Slifer Agents. Now, here's the Slifer Agents that everyone actually wants to see. So, first of all, I felt like I was in Death Note for some reason, because I was playing against L! Oh my gosh! I think he found me. Okay, this guy's running 53 cards? Are you kidding me? What the hell? What is this guy running? Oh, that's right. He had Wing Karibo. So, yeah, anyway. So let's go ahead. Why didn't he choose the Wing Karibo that winks at you? That's the version that I have. And like when I traded for a Wing Karibo, the guy only had the freaking winking one, which is way cooler. But actually, this is the version that Jaden had. But there was a point in the anime where Wing Karibo winked at him, and his background changed. So like that's why we now have the winking Wing Karibo. But anyway, who cares? When's the last time you saw 1,000 Knives? Since Yugi played it, like 10 years ago, I guess? Jesus. Has it really been that long? Yeah, they celebrated the 10th anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back when Season 3 of 5Ds was out. So yeah, it's been at least 10 years. Okay, let's draw some cards, mate. Give him a free couple thousand life points. So this is where I actually do the trade-in. Because as you can see, my objective is... Oh, and I use that to filter my deck. But my objective is to essentially get Tethius as soon as possible. But unfortunately, I don't. And that's fine, I suppose. But, Transcendent Wings! Well, fuck that. I'm not attacking. That's a Mirror Force and a Magic Cylinder combined. So yeah, obviously he's... Oh, and he had a negate attack. But obviously he's playing a little defensively here. Because I'm never going into battle phase again. I'm never going to try to attack that. But I will eventually destroy it. And you'll see why. So, first of all, I could actually... The smart thing would be to... let me see. Do I have any Shine Balls? The smart thing would be to pay 500 life points. Summon a Shine Ball from my deck. I think I still have one from my deck. Let's find out. Yeah, I do. To summon the Shine Ball from my deck. Sack the Shine Ball to summon Tethius. Because... that Shine Ball is going to help filter your deck. On top of that, you have a Venus still on the field. So that would be like a third tribute type deal. Anyway, I don't, but in hindsight, I would have. So he's at 10,000 life points right now. Holy shit. But anyway, so, yeah, bottomless trap hole. What can we freaking do? So I draw. Alright, draw. Auto return. Draw. Okay, activate reload. So you gotta draw more. Oh, look at that, baby! Draw again. Oh, draw again. Oh, draw again. Obviously, I'm not going to keep saying, oh, draw again every single time I have to draw again. But you can see that your hand stacks up quite nicely. And even though I do have a Hyperion, which I do like, and a Slifer, which I really like, I need to get rid of 2 of his cards back there. And the only way I can do it is if I've got 2 Hyperions. So, that's exactly what I aim for. Well, hold on, I already have one in the grave. So anyway, that's what I do, because I need to destroy 2 of his cards, but anyway. Alright, draw again. Ooh, draw again. Monster Reborn would be good, because I can bring back that Hyperion that was back there. But I'm going to send all cards except for... I'm trying to put back only monster cards, because I don't want to redraw spell cards. That's just the smart thing to do. But anyway, Magical Mallet again. Send back all monsters. Do it again. Alright, nice. Draw again. Alright, draw again. Anyway, but yeah, as you can see, I now have my 2 Hyperions. But I refuse to stop. Just because I've got my 2 Hyperions doesn't mean you should stop. Because you want to pump up Slifer's attack points. If possible. I mean, just keep on drawing it. Perfect. This is perfect. Heavy Storm? Hells yeah. So, Heavy Storm in the field, special summon both Hyperions, use Hyperion's effect, bust open the fucking Wing Karibo's head, and as you can see, Slifer now has 12,000 attack points. Watch what happens to his health bar as Slifer attacks this guy. Boom! Just like that! From all this shit to none of that shit. Slifer just killed that guy with one fell swoop. He came down, caught his prey in his mouth, munched on that shit, and spat back out the bones. That's how you do it. But anyway, yeah, so that's actually what you're going for in a normal Slifer OTK. But like I said, I've probably only won 50% of my games because, I mean, sometimes you get really, really, really shitty hands and you can't do much with it. But then that's why you have, like, tuners and stuff, so that way you can actually make synchros or make ranks and start trying to do alternative shit. But this is really what you want to do. It's sort of like Herakti, I mean, your main objective isn't to attack your opponent. Your main objective is to summon one particular thing, and then that should win you the game, obviously. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all learned something from that. Just in case, if you wanted to see the deck again, I'll show you. So here it is. Write it down, kids. This is not going to ever be done again. This is the last time I'll be doing Slifer Agents because I was not a particular fan of it. So I only continue decks if I'm a fan of it, pretty much. So that's the reason why I will be continuing Constellars, because I love Constellars. Actually, I'm done with Elemental Dragons. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to y'all in the future. See ya.